Greetings, and welcome to another episode of Absurd Arguments, a podcast where two friends talk about things in an argumentative fashion. My name is Matthew, and I am currently in a closet, and I'm here with my good friend Nathan. Nathan, where are you?
Not in a closet. I'm loud and proud in my dining room.
Well, there's
not
currently
closeted, not in a closet at all.
This is following the episode where we talked about we're not, fans of the LGBTQ literary genre, and here I am,
right,
in a closet because they're currently cutting trees and using a wood chipper right outside of my window, and I'm like, I've got to record a podcast episode. So the only place that I could get away where there wasn't any hint of sound was my closet.
That I don't know. You could have gone to the bathroom. We could have had the acoustics could have been great in there.
The acoustics are terrible in the bathroom. I would have been in an echo chamber.
I heard that when the Beatles started out, they would record some of their early songs in their bathroom because it had the best acoustics.
Man, whenever, in the wonderful year of our Lord 2020 hit, what happened was when everything shut down, a lot of the voice actors didn't have, for like anime and stuff, didn't have sound booths in their home, so they had to record in their closet. So I'm reliving COVID.
Yeah, you must be. Now, is there anything special about the day we are recording on, Matthew?
Yes. Today is a very special day, and it is in fact the day that all men like us just look at the calendar and go, oh wow, it's February 14th.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna... I was setting you up to just say it's Wednesday, my dudes.
Well, it is Wednesday.
And
I'm not going to shout because I don't know how much this closet can take of my roaring laughter or loud screams.
Right, you didn't have to do the screaming part afterwards, but
that's true.
Yeah, it's Valentine's Day, and we talked about Valentine's Day last year, and what we want to do, this is a super romantic day for couples and all that jazz, but what we want to do today is talk about proposals and engagements.
Yes, because I mean that's what you do on Valentine's Day, right? You get the ring, you just whoop-ah, would you marry me?
Yeah.
Like that's what everybody does, I think. I don't know.
I mean, like in college they always talked about ring by spring, and so spring is in the air. Wait, no. Love is in the air, spring is here, and this is the time to propose.
Indeed.
So that's what we're going to talk about today.
And Nathan, you have prepared some not so great scenarios for me to talk about.
It's time for my favorite segment, which is the worst.
Yeah, I hate this so
I always
much.
love this one.
It's
like Would You Rather, but only for Matthew and for our listeners to decide on their own. Okay? So, I have 3 questions for you. You just tell me which you think is the worst. Are you ready for the first one?
I will try to make it through.
Okay, so which is the worst?
Don't laugh. Don't laugh right before you start reading the first word.
Sorry. I'll get control of myself. Okay. Which is the worst? Proposing on the first date or proposing after you've been dating for 10 years?
Yeah. I'm gonna say that it's it's worse to propose on the first date because
Really?
you have a, I would say, 4 out of 3 statistics are made up on the spot. So I would
Uh-huh.
say probably a 95% chance of failure.
Yeah. But I don't know. Weeding out that 95% just for the 5 that will say yes on that first date, kind of worth it.
Yeah, but then you've got either one of two things. You either have like the love of your life who you just meet, both of you know, like we hit it off well, we can make it work, and your life is just beautiful, or grand majority of the time, it's a mistake. You have proposed to the craziest woman in the world, and your life is about to go very downhill very fast.
Well, I think it's better because, like, you can still play it off as a joke. Like, oh, will you marry me? No, it's our first date. It's just a joke. But it's really hard to play off, like, oh, I'm sorry for wasting 10 years of both of our lives. Will you marry me? I guess. Like, that's a harder
Yeah,
sell
but
for me, dude.
if you date for 10 years and you don't break up, like that also shows that you want to be together. So then
Yeah,
at that point you're just like, "Hey, let's just go to the courthouse. Let's just go elope right now
right.
and we'll just call it good." Like that's the kind of relationship that would be. So that's why I say the first date is the worst because it is the most likely to be shot down.
Right. Okay. All right. Here's my next one. When proposing, okay,
Mhm.
is it which is the worst? Serenading the girl with a guitar song or piano song while you ask her,
Mhm.
or have a giant poster with "Will you marry me" painted on it?
Hmm. That's a tough one because I can't play the guitar and my
Mm.
handwriting's not good either.
Oh no, you're screwed either way.
Right. I think it would probably be I'm a fairly musical guy. I can probably figure out how to play something on a guitar or piano and sing.
Yeah.
However, there is a good chance I will waste thousands of dollars trying to get the right brush strokes on the cardboard, um, paper or whatever to get this really big poster. And
Right.
I don't know. I'd say it's probably worse to have the big poster because then if that fails, you have to throw this giant poster away. But if the music
Yeah.
fails, you've learned how to start playing piano or guitar or whatever. And that's actually a good skill
Yes.
to pick up the next girl.
I look. I'm not just trying to be opposite of you, just to be belligerent, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to push back a bit. I think if
Okay.
it fails, it's more cathartic because now you have a poster you can burn,
Mm-hmm.
or to tear into tiny little pieces. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, she said no. Well, at least I can burn this poster along with my dreams. Um, and like, I don't know, if you play a song, it's like, I'll never sing again. you know? Like,
Music killed my
I don't
grandma.
know. Yeah,
Do you
something
know
like
that
that.
meme?
No.
Oh my gosh. So I think it's the first Trolls movie, the DreamWorks one. There's this super emotional moment where the main two characters they like get in this argument and they're just like, oh, why won't you sing? And he like turns around and then the most serious tone he says, "Singing killed my grandma."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's the
That's
kind of thing if you broke up with someone and you're just like, "Uh, music killed my relationship." Like that's the same tone. It's just like, no, I don't think that's what did it.
Gosh, now, wow, I've never watched the Trolls movies, but all of a sudden I want to, you know?
I can't believe that was a huge meme for a little bit, like a few months ago. I can't believe you missed it.
Yeah, I don't know how I missed it, but I did.
Oh, dang. Anyways, singing killed my grandma. Next, please.
All right. Okay, now this one's for the ladies. So you need to put
Well, don't
yourself
ask me.
you need to put yourself in a feminine mindset, okay?
Okay.
Can you do that?
No.
Okay, we'll try. All right. Which is the worst? Okay? You're being proposed to on a holiday. All right? That's the
Mm-hmm.
best time to be proposed to. New Year's Eve, Christmas Day, Valentine's Day, uh, maybe even St. Patrick's Day. But you're being proposed to on a holiday,
Mm-hmm.
but you look really frumpy. Like your nails have been bitten into. You're just wearing like dirty
Hold on.
sweatpants and
Wait, wait,
like,
wait, wait, wait. Who has bitten
huh,
into my nails? Because it's not me.
I- uh,
Did
this,
did someone else
whatever
bite my
girl I'm
nails?
talking about. Sure, it was an awful nail biting accident that you've fallen into.
Okay.
You, you've been assaulted, and the only thing they did was bite your nails.
Gosh.
Does
At
this
least
help
that's the
you?
worst thing.
Or, okay, so that's one.
Mm-hmm.
Or you look really great. There's been no nail biting accidents. Like you've recently had a manicure. You're in the best outfit ever, but
Mm-hmm.
it's on like the worst day of your life. Like you just got kicked out of college, or
Almost happened.
a relative died,
That did
or
happen.
January 6th happened. You know, something like that.
you just you just plan a nice romantic outing around, the Capitol, and all of a sudden there's an insurrection that's going on, and you're just like, wait,
The
no,
worst.
this is my moment. Stop it. Stop.
The worst.
uh, a
I hate
national
it.
tragedy indeed.
Yeah. So which? I mean, they're both awful, right?
Gosh, this closet doesn't help because now I'm getting like hot. Just thinking about
Yeah.
getting proposed to on January 6th.
Oh, Matthew. I don't
Woo!
think that's going to be a
Um.
worry.
Oh gosh. I think that would be fine. Because that would make my day better.
Yeah, it's like
Woo!
you know, oh, I got kicked out of med school, but at least my boyfriend or whatever proposed to me.
Yeah, because I mean, like, honestly, whew, golly. Why did that tickle me
Yeah.
so much? Um, because like it would be terrible to be in, like a terrible nail biting like incident where someone just comes up and just bites every single one of your nails.
Bro, I
Like
can't believe you don't
that
bite
would
your
be
nails.
like, in all honesty, it's just not one of my, ticks, my anxiety
Oh,
ticks, I guess you can call it. But that would be so both uncomfortable and bizarre. Like everything about it it wouldn't be traumatizing. It would just be like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. This
that's
this
fair.
deranged person just came up and bit my fingernails. They didn't bite them off. They just like nibbled on them and then just like ran
They're like
away.
they're like, give me them fingers.
Ugh, mm, Talk about things you can take out
Bro,
of context easily.
dude, I, I mean, maybe I'm just alone in this, but I love biting my nails, dude.
I mean, I know that's a big thing people do, but I don't do that. I have
Dude, I
worse a worse anxiety tick.
yeah, oh, picking your nose, I get it. Um I tried growing out my nails for like 2 weeks. I tried to not bite them for 2 or 3 weeks this year, and I gave up. But the only benefit was I had more to bite off when I finally
Oh,
gave back into my bad habit.
ew. Just clip your fingernails.
No, I don't want to.
Gross. Gross. Anyways, um, that went a very different direction than I thought it would. I'll be honest.
I did. Yeah. Well, we found out which is the worst.
You know, Nathan, grammatically speaking, you keep saying which is the worst, but there's only two. So it would be which is worse.
Yeah.
Because you would use worst if it was three or more, but it's only two
It's
up.
almost it's almost as if which is the worst sounds funnier. It's more fun to say. And I knew deep down it bothered you. And I've been waiting all of these 30 some episodes for you to finally say something instead of passively correcting me every
Uh,
time.
I
I'm
I have
glad
even corrected
you,
you in the descriptions. I've corrected it
yes, you
when
have.
you send me the descriptions, and I correct it, and I was just like, no, Nathan, it's which is worse. It's not which is the worst. There's only two options.
You think I haven't noticed? You think I didn't notice that? Of course. I knew it bothered you. And I've been waiting for
Ugh,
you to finally say something.
this
It's my segment, and I think it's funny saying which is the worst
ugh,
instead of saying which is worse.
this might be one of the worst things ever. Which is
This
a correct
was the
use of the
true.
word worst, by the way.
This is the true which is the worst. Dealing with somebody passively correcting you or being slowly tortured grammatically.
Ugh, this is the life of someone who reads for a living.
Right.
But
Well,
we're not here to talk about grammar or the strict keeping of grammar rules. We're here to talk about something neither of us are going to do in the near future.
yeah. Speak for yourself. You never know.
Hey man, that's true. Anyways, let's go ahead and cue that music.
Our first topic we're going to talk about today is probably the most primary argument when it comes to proposals.
Mm,
Should you propose publicly or privately?
mm,
Yeah, and so this has been a question that has been argued extensively, and we're going to add to it with very insightful comments.
I mean, if you were to ask anyone if you should do something in public or in private, I think we would be very good people to ask, because I would much rather do things in private. But Nathan, you, being more of an extroverted person, would rather do things around people.
Yeah, yeah, and so ironically, you decided to pick the opposite, right?
Yes, because I wanted to stretch my legs a bit, see what the other side of the
Right.
argument is.
All right. Well, why don't you start us off? What are the
Great.
benefits of a public proposal?
So
Why
just
should we?
just I before we get into it, I do want to be the bearer of bad news. I went to Google, and my intent was to keep with the spirit of the show and go to the second page of Google. But
Yeah,
Nathan, Google is just now one continuous loading page of you scroll down to the bottom, and then more things come up, and there is
yeah,
no longer a second page of Google.
true.
And I want to take this moment to mourn the loss of a good friend, a close companion, and someone who never gave good advice, but was always consistent in not giving good advice.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk to them, you knew what you were getting. So can we just take
Right.
a moment of silence to mourn the loss of the second page of Google?
Absolutely. In the arms of the angels.
All right. Anyways,
Far out.
so I scrolled down a
Let
lot
me.
farther down. No, shut up. I scrolled a lot farther down in Google. And so I found two websites that I thought would be helpful. This first one
Okay.
is IndianExpress.com.
Very
And
good.
yes, like India, IndianExpress.com. So all
That's the
this.
only one I assumed, you racist.
I'm sorry, some people still use that word. Not Native Americans. So
Ah,
but I was like, why not get a outsider's view? Because both of us are Americans, so we're like, what do people in other countries do? So this article on IndianExpress.com is keep these things in mind if you plan to pop the question to your partner in public. That is the
okay.
title. It is very too long. Um,
Yeah.
I didn't mean for it to upset you that much that you would slam your microphone on the table.
Yep, that was it. You figured it out.
All right, so the first thing is it says know your partner. Um
Hmm.
and
Very important.
it's got some Indian names in here. Like according to Kaur, Kaur, we both have a track record for not being able to pronounce non-American names. According to Kaur, which is what I normally do when I see a woman. The idea of marrying your partner
Oh,
can be overwhelming and exciting, and the realization can be heavy on one person too. If you're planning to propose in public, make sure both of you are on the same page as they are ready to accept you as their life partner, which, very good advice. But then number two, unleash your passion. While planning the
oh,
proposal, it's important to know not everything will work out exactly to the plan, but you can't let this ruin your confidence. What matters the most is your love and passion for each other. When you can finally go down on one knee or not, your goal must be to make them feel special and loved in the moment and the future, which is beautiful.
that is beautiful, Matthew.
Nathan, there's only
Oof.
one issue with this one.
Yeah.
There are very few things I'm passionate about. So
Uh huh.
if
I
I
know.
were to unleash my passion in a proposal, the most passionate I probably get is when I'm watching one of my favorite soccer teams. So that's
Oh,
how I would probably react if I were to unleash my passion. I would start shouting at a nearby person as if they're a referee, telling them they need to renew their glasses subscription because they're blind as heck.
like, dude, I think I could see you being caught up in the moment. Like you're at an FC Dallas game,
Mm-hmm.
and the Florida Gators or whatever the Florida soccer team that has Messi on it's called.
There's two of
They're
them, but Messi's plays at Miami.
sure the Miami one is there playing FC Dallas. You've
Mm-hmm.
gotten tickets to the game. You're there with your gal, who you have dated between one date and 10 years, and so you know FC Dallas scores the winning goal. It's just one goal because soccer games never get too high. They score the winning goal against Messi, and you are screaming, "Heck yeah, we finally beat Messi! Way to go, FC Dallas!" And then I could see you being caught up in the moment and turn to your girl and just go, "Will you freaking marry me?" Like I could
um.
see that happening.
Wow, that's pretty good. The others aren't
Yeah.
important. Relish in the moment, seek help, which is hold on, seek help. I didn't read this far down. I just got to passion, and I was like, I'm going to talk about that. Seek help. What do you mean?
Yeah, to
According
seek help.
to Cower, which is how I'm going to pronounce it from now on. Impatience is common when we decide to propose. The eagerness can be healthy, but to plan a perfect proposal, you can ask for help. Ask for help from your family friends. I was ask
Ah,
for help for what? And then put their concerns
no, it's
first.
like
But I'm not concerned about that.
No. You need to see a counselor, psychiatrist, a therapist. Is this? Is this the right? Is this the right lady for me? That's
I,
what he really meant by seek help.
yeah, you're laying down on the weirdly uncomfortable but comfortable futon. It's like, I don't know, doc. Like, I think she's the one, but I don't know what if this is the right moment for me. And then they, bust out their 10 years of dirt they have on you, flipping through their notes, and they just go, I
Uh
think this
huh.
would be a good move for you. That's how I
Yeah.
see it.
And then they're just like, have you considered taking her to an FC Dallas game?
Oh my gosh,
And
my therapist is a ooh person.
he is not. He's a normal man. He
Oh,
has
have
a
you
speech
considered
impediment.
taking your
He's
girl to a FC Dallas game, woo woo?
he has a speech impediment. He's been bullied his whole life. He became a therapist to help other people who've been bullied for their speech impediments. That's why you're there.
Uh, I don't have a speech
Leave him
impediment.
alone. In this scenario, you do.
Oh, I notice you've been taking the maximum amount of dosage for your antidepressants.
Stop! Leave him alone.
Oh,
First in grade school, now his own patient. This is ridiculous. Now his
uh,
own client is mocking him.
dang it.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Anyways, I have another article, how to set up a public proposal, but none of that matters anymore because we have to deal with our therapist, who now is going to need to go to therapy because I've bullied him out of his career.
Yeah, he goes to his own doctor and he's like, I keep getting bullied by my clients because they don't accept that this is not an ooh ooh voice. This is just a speech impediment.
All right, Nathan, why should it be a private proposal then?
Okay. I also went to Google. I wasn't as dedicated as you.
Mm-hmm.
But but I want to point out my biggest rebuttal against yours
Uh-huh.
is, how Google comes up with that. People also search for,
Mm-hmm.
fill in the blank. All right. And so there's things here like private proposal ideas, public proposal ideas,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's one that's just a statement, which I find really funny if actual people are Googling this. The statement is public proposals are manipulative.
Wow. Woo.
just just boom. They are manipulative, you know?
Mm.
And honestly, I can see it, man. You know?
Yeah.
Think about it. All of those, you're at the FC Dallas game, and Matthew Wilbanks is
I'm
staring
never
you
going to
down.
propose at an FC Dallas game. I am not going to be focused on anything else other than the soccer game. And why I continue to take girls to a soccer game, I have no idea because I do not focus on them.
It's, it's the third girl he's taking to an FC Dallas game.
Oh my.
It's between the first date and 10 years. And and he asks her, and up on the jumbotron, I assume there's a jumbotron there,
There is.
and he asks her, will you marry me? And just think about it, dude. All of those eyes, all 25 of them, are staring at her.
Wait,
And
25 eyes or 25
yeah,
people?
25. No, 25 eyes.
Oh my gosh.
There's one person who has a glass eye.
No. Just eyes. Like, this is now one
Yeah,
of my
25.
worst nightmares.
It's an angel with 25 eyes.
Ah!
He is there.
Do not be afraid. Oh my gosh!
He has 25 eyes. I think we've gotten away from the track of this. But just think of the guilt.
What do you mean we
Think
got
of the
away from
guilt.
it? We're still talking about proposal and biblically accurate angels.
Right.
Those are normally in the same conversation.
Of course. Think of just how guilt tripped she will be, how manipulated she'll feel because she's like, if the girl says no to you at the public proposal, everybody will be like, oh, for the guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
They all feel bad for the guy. We don't know anything about the guy.
It's true. But Nathan,
He could be a bad guy.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What if she's into that?
Oh, well, then why not? If she
Boom.
loves being manipulated and guilt tripped, sure, go for it.
Not just that, just like publicly humiliated. Gosh. Anyways, wow.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah,
Private
Matthew.
proposal. I've now convinced
Matthew,
myself.
it's Matthew, it's me, your therapist. We didn't talk about your last statement. It was kind of weird.
Make sure your proposal's in private because it could make you figure out she's a freak.
Yeah. No, man. My dad proposed to my mom. Just them two, New Year's Eve. And proposed to her that way. And when you propose privately, according to weddingbee.com, it makes it more personal,
Mm-hmm.
and because it's something between you two. Also, as the guy, the one proposing, you have more creative control. Because think about it. If you're at a crowd, if you do a public proposal, like they mentioned proposing in front of the Disney castle, another one I think you would do. What if there's people throwing up in the background? What if there's children fighting?
Heck yeah.
Mickey and Minnie making out behind you and they're like upstaging your proposal?
Hey,
Anything could happen.
Those things just make the proposal picture. Oh my gosh.
Oh, now he's back. You would become your own therapist.
Crap. Sorry. Let me try that again. Those things just make the proposal picture much more metal and cool. Like if I've got, if I'm down on one knee with my girlfriend, now fiance, doing the, she's got both her hands all over her mouth, and you just see this kid in the background just going, like that's freaking metal, dude. That's awesome,
dude. Imagine instead of the Disney castle, it's on that walkway above the log flume ride, Splash Mountain or whatever, and a log flume is coming down, the waves crashing, and you take the picture right before the water splashes on you too.
Man.
Or it's not a romantic looking picture, but it's epic.
Or what if in the background is the January 6th insurrection?
History is literally being made in the background.
Dude, now I've reconvinced myself that public proposals are best.
Dude, honestly, I was secretly I am on the side of private proposals. I prefer that. Mostly because if she says no, there's nobody around to see me and just go, "Oh, poor Nathan, you loser." But yeah, actually, you could make it kind of epic.
It could. Now, this isn't the only thing that you have in proposals. Right. You also have the ring.
Yeah, the ring.
Yes, but what if you don't have the ring? Is there any possibility for an alternative?
There is. Yeah, definitely. I have two examples. One that sucks, it's easy to do, but I think it sucks. And then there's one that's epic, I think. That would be great if we could get everybody in society to agree to it.
Okay. That's a big call considering almost no one listens to this podcast.
Yeah, that's true. But I think it could work. I think it could work.
All right, go for it.
All right. So the one that won't work, you know, and that seems romantic, is if you just put a string, you tie a string around her finger, her ring finger.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
Now,
she probably won't forget though, because
yeah.
she'll
Well,
look at
here's
it and be reminded.
yeah, but here's the thing. Okay, dude.
Mm-hmm.
In the movie, The Count of Monte Cristo, the one with Jim Caviezel, okay, when
Yeah.
he has his love interest, he's all like, "Look, I got to make money. I can't propose to you yet." And so she's like, "No, let's get engaged anyway." And so she ties him a string around her finger. Okay. Well, the dude gets thrown into jail. You know,
Oh,
he comes back, and she's married to the guy who threw him into jail. Okay.
wait, what?
We, yeah, she marries the dude who threw him into jail. You know, he told her she was dead or whatever, but she should have known. But anyway, when he finally confronts her, he's like, "Wow, you really were quick to marry somebody else." She reveals that she still has the string on her finger, and she's like, "I've always loved you," you know?
Mm.
Okay? So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in one way you're right, Matthew. She'll never forget you. But it does not deter the guy who threw you into prison from marrying her himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh, that's just a cute little string. That's no ring. You know, that's nothing obvious." And so, yeah, I just think it's dangerous.
Okay. Okay. Well then what's your other one?
Okay, hear me out, Matthew. Giant hats.
What?
Yeah, giant hats. Think about it. You see a woman with a giant hat, like huge. You go, "Oh, she's taken." You know, she has a giant hat on. It's obvious. There's no more of that awkward, "Oh, well, let me think of a way to look at her hand, specifically her left ring finger, to see if she has a ring on." No, you just go, "Oh, she's wearing a giant hat. She's taken." It's
Man,
perfect.
that's
No, think about it. Depending on the girl, you can get different types of hats. Okay, so let's think of let's see, she's a sports girl. Okay, you can get her one of those popular uh big noggin hats the sports teams are wearing nowadays. You know that
what?
that that company Nos does. Yeah,
Oh, wait. What?
yeah, that those noggin boss. Sorry.
Oh, that really stupid big hat.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
those. It looks like a
ugh.
baseball cap by Noggin Boss
Yeah.
that all the teams wear. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
those are cool. So if she's into sports, you could do that. If she's like a gardener, get her a big old sun hat.
Mm-hmm.
If she is a beekeeper, get her a big old beekeeper hat. You know, with the veil and
Mm-hmm.
everything. I, I don't know. I think I was inspired by this from the video game Elden Ring because so many people in that have big hats, and I think that'd be cool. You know?
Nathan,
Mm-hmm.
you can't bring things from the video game world and go, "Hey women, check this out."
Yeah.
That doesn't work, dude.
Why? Why can't I?
I mean, you could definitely try. I mean, you're clearly doing it right now, but you can't. It doesn't work like that because Nathan, a
Yeah.
lot of ladies, they don't care about video games.
No, I don't believe you.
That's true.
Look, I don't know. Maybe I just like giant hats, but man, that'd be something, wouldn't it? It's
I
like,
mean,
"Hey,
you're not
darling,
wrong. It
I
would
got you."
definitely be something.
Yeah. And then, like, there's no, like, how you have to hide the ring when you propose? If you buy a giant hat, she'll know it's coming. She'll know the proposal's coming, and then maybe she could like head you off at the pass. if she's not into it. Like, oh, I see
Head.
you bought the giant hat. Please don't propose. I will say no.
Mm.
Or maybe she'll be so excited. She'll be looking forward to it. She's like, oh, he bought the giant hat. It's happening.
Yeah, but when do you pop the question? Just when you show up with
Either
this giant hat, and it's now you're just like killing her with expectation.
it could be in a giant box.
You're just
Giant
tugging
hat
around.
box.
Most people, they've got, the ring in their pocket, and they're just like fiddling with it while they're at the nice dinner, and they're getting all their nasty, hand sweat all over it because their palms are super greasy now because of stress and nervousness, and you've just got this big old box that you just sit down right beside you at this steak dinner, and she's like, "What's in the box?" And then now you're replaying the movie Seven, and
Yeah.
it's all not good, Nathan.
No, I think it's great. And girls love taking pictures of their ring and putting it online. Like, imagine just selfies of girls in giant hats everywhere.
I can just see this girl's Snapchat story of just like, "What's this box?" And just your entire date with her is just you looking around this way too comically large box, and she's just like, "Me and my BF going out," and it's just you like trying to smile, but the box is just way too big for you to be carrying around, so you're stressed out and uncomfortable, and she's just got this nice
Yeah.
smile, this not cute little pose that she's doing, and you're just in the background profusively sweating. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know if
It
that makes
doesn't
a good memory.
it doesn't have to be a heavy hat, just a big hat.
What if a big hat is a heavy hat?
I mean, I know they're made out of foam. If you look up big hats online, they're all like, here's a foam captain's hat, party hat. Here's a foam cowboy hat.
Mm-hmm.
They're giant. And I don't know. I think if this was the focus in society, other than rings, but giant hats,
Mm-hmm.
um, it would be hat technology would advance, hat research would advance where they could be light and large.
Hmm.
Also, okay, of all those times where the girl's like, oh no, I lost my engagement ring. Oh no, I know that was your grandmother's ring that you gave to me, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry I lost it. You're not losing a giant hat, darling.
Yeah, but what if the hat gets like
You,
smushed?
oh, we'll have more haberdasheries around, and they'll be able to take care of it.
Hold
Like,
on,
instead
just
of
a sec, just
jewelers,
a
we'll have.
second. Haberdasher. A dealer in men's clothing.
Oh well, I was slightly mistaken.
Who sells
We'll have
small
haberdasheries.
articles for sewing, dressmaking, and knitting.
Don't mock me. It seemed right.
Well, you've clearly shown yourself of being incompetent of grammar, so I just needed to figure that out.
Just, just shut up. We could have gone forward. People would have been convinced. Haberdashery, clearly, that's a shop that sells hats, and nobody would have been the wiser. But you just had to be a jerk.
I didn't
Fine.
know what it
Well,
was. All right, I'll be honest. The first thing that came to mind was Sophie's shop in Howl's Moving Castle.
now you're on board, aren't you?
No, I'm
Okay.
just
Okay. Well,
big
what
hat.
items? What items do you suggest, Matthew?
The worst thing I could think of is probably a ring pop.
Heck yeah. I
Like,
mean, heck no.
it's just like, funny joke, but now you're going to be
Mhm.
engaged for a couple months, and that ring pop has got to last. And it's not,
Ugh,
because ring pops are good. Are they still around?
they are. At my job, we occasionally have a field night where we go on the football field and chill,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll give all the kids or people who go candy and stuff, and
Mm.
they always have ring pops as one of the options.
Heck
And
yeah.
I'm picking the ring pop.
Dude. just so you can practice putting it on your left ring finger.
Yeah, my own finger. You're right. I'll propose to me.
Yeah. um, but
Matthew's therapist here. Nathan, why do you want to give me silver ring pop?
hello, my name is Gregory, and I'm your
Cool.
therapist for
I,
today.
an awful name to have when you have a speech impediment. I know.
You know, what's your middle name? Reginald.
And my other middle name is Spencer.
The worst thing would be a ring pop, or it could be the best.
Mm-hmm.
No, it'd be the worst. Um,
Ah, yeah.
honestly, the best thing would probably be a check with like how much money you would spend on the ring, and it's just like, look, here's a check. We're gonna go pick a ring together just because I don't know anything about your ring size, what kind of jewels you like. Because I'll be honest, we haven't met that long. This is only our second date, which has a slightly higher percent chance that you would say yes. So here's a check, a blank check. We're gonna just go pick
Right.
a ring right now. Like I think that would be the best
I
option.
Man, when you first said that, I expected you to be like a classic Chad, from the 70s or 80s. You give her the check and you go, go pick yourself out something nice, darling. Go pick yourself out something nice, sweet cheeks.
Go get you a stick
You
of
say
bubble
something
gum
like
or a
that.
ring pop.
Go get yourself 20 ring pops.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
here's a transition. We've got to figure out how long this engagement should be.
Yes, absolutely. Because you could have a long engagement or you could have a short engagement.
Yes, and
Those
it's it's hard to figure out which one is best because everyone's situation is different.
Uh-huh. But fortunately, we have the answers.
Indeed. I will go first this time. Um,
Okay.
again, rest in peace, second page of Google, just scrolled down a little bit and got some more stuff. And so this is from a website called KimberlyandKev.com,
Oh.
a San Francisco wedding photographer. And they have a few, they've got their, nice little couple pictures and everything on it to go with it. But there are 5 reasons to have a long engagement. Number 1, you can now enjoy being engaged, which honestly, I would enjoy being engaged long
Mm.
or short. So that one doesn't really do anything because it's just like, holy crap, another woman actually wants to be with me for the rest of her life. That's incredible. Um,
Yeah.
Second, you'll have access to the best of the best. And this is interesting. It actually
Oh, yeah.
it needs an explanation. When you do start planning, give yourself extra time. With a long engagement, you can slowly plan your wedding over 1, 2, or even 3 years. I wouldn't wait that long. Um,
Gosh.
I know. The good news, or you could, date for someone for 10 years and then pop the question.
Yeah.
The good news about taking your time is you'll have access to the best suppliers because it's unlikely they'll be booked 2 years out, which is true. Then you'll have time to save for what you really want. A long engagement, you don't have to sacrifice anything, but you can save money. You have time to learn because especially if you get engaged on the second date, you need to know a little bit more about who you're going to be engaged with. Rushed weddings have a lot of regrets, but with a long engagement, you have time to think about what you really want at your wedding and learn what you don't want. And then finally, wedding planning stress doesn't take a toll. Couples that do not have long engagements can feel the stress of wedding planning, and I know this for certain because this current season of life I am in, a lot of my friends are getting engaged and they talk about, oh man, wedding planning. It's so much. And I'm just like, I don't have that issue. And you won't have that issue
Right.
either if you have a long engagement.
Oh, phew. I thought you were just calling me out, but that was a collective view, I suppose. I don't know about that, man. I'm more of a short engagement kind of guy.
But you would like the phrase like shotgun wedding, just bam right off the
Oh, yeah.
bat.
Yeah, nobody wants a sniper rifle wedding,
Mm,
you know? That does
yep,
not have the same ring to it. Uh,
it
my
doesn't.
I found a website. I found a website called bergbrides.com, and they
Mm,
gave the pros and the cons of a short versus long engagement. Um,
mm-hmm,
and so for a short engagement, you've got a couple pros. Okay.
mm-hmm.
So first, they quote Harry Burns from that classic romance movie, When Harry Met Sally.
Gosh, that's
He
the
said,
worst kind of burn you can get.
"No, I don't know. It's a kind of fun movie." He says, "When you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible." But imagine Billy Crystal said that instead of me.
Man,
He
I
played he
I
played the
don't
guy.
even know how to do a Billy Crystal impression, and we know we're not. I'm not good at impressions.
I know I was about to start. It sounds just kind of whiny a little bit. Um,
Uh, so
but
like you.
yeah, yeah. Uh, the thing is, okay, you said with a long engagement you avoid all the stress. I don't think that's the case. With a short
Really?
engagement, you actually avoid all the stress because you just get it over, get it done with. I mean, yes, it'll be a little stressful time, but it's over quick. And you think about it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It leaves you less confused. Bergbride says it leaves you less confused, okay, because there's a million options for how to do your wedding, all right? Which, let's be real, the girls already have in mind what they want to do, okay?
And it's
And
not
so,
feasible.
yeah, they've already got their little plans. They got everything they want to do. You, you'll be forced to make choices if you have a short engagement. You know,
Mm,
you will not be frozen by like choice fatigue. You will have to make a choice. You'll have to pick something.
mm-hmm.
Oh, should we get red or white decorations? I
I
don't
don't care.
care. We have to pick something. The wedding is in a month, you know, and so I think that's useful, and it can be less expensive. This is
Mm-hmm.
like a both and, okay,
Okay.
because you won't be able to shop around for deals necessarily, but you won't you won't be like thinking about all the details. Like,
Mm,
oh no, what what do we have like chair bows to put on the backs of all the chairs? We've got a wedding in a month. I don't have time to think about no chair bows, you know?
true.
That's just an example. So, I don't know. And for guys, it's great because, if you're saving yourself for marriage, you get to that part quicker. You get to the action quicker, you
It'll
know?
be over quick too.
uh, yeah, but then you'll have plenty of years to practice. If you're
And
saving
still
yourself
not be
for
good.
marriage, if you if you're saving yourself for marriage, then you have like years you've got to wait. You
Mm,
know, for a guy, I mean that's akin to like a kid waiting for Christmas morning to arrive. No, mm, kind of a weird analogy, I suppose.
that
But
is a weird
but
analogy.
yeah, you get what I'm saying, Matthew.
I can see its value. Um, I definitely, would want to do things on the faster side just so I can get it over with because I don't like stress and I avoid it at all costs, which is why I'm a lazy bum. But
Mm-hmm.
I still think that it's important to take our time for something that matters, like a wedding. Um, Especially since it's not going to matter to you, but it's really going to matter for your parents, for your wife or whatever. They're going to look back and go, "Wow, what a great day!" And you're just like, "Yeah, it was a Saturday. It's like it's no big deal. I had
Mm,
to, you know, had to wear a tie, and I hate wearing ties. That's all it
true.
is." Um,
Uh, I do have one trump card though.
Okay.
Okay. If you are engaged, what do you call your partner? You call them your fiance. All
Right.
right. When you're married, you call them your wife or your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What kind of word is fiance? What language do we get that from?
I'm gonna guess French.
The French, Matthew. Do you really want to be stuck calling your partner a dirty French word for months or years at a time? Or would you like to get that part over with so you can start calling them a real word, that the French haven't muddied?
I have only one thing to say about
Okay.
this,
Uh huh. Take your time.
and and I've
Yeah.
got to hold on
Okay.
just
I am.
just a second.
Right.
Just a second.
No rush.
I can't pronounce that anyways. Um
What is it?
it's so French is so fast. Cela n'est pas important pour moi.
Oh, no.
It doesn't matter to me, Nathan. It doesn't matter to me. Cela
Oh,
n'est pas
no.
important pour moi.
Oh, you dirty Frenchman, you.
Well, with that terrible revelation of me still not being able to pronounce things in French, let us cue the music.
Ah, Matthew. What a great episode we've just had.
Indeed. I am
I think
very
we've.
tired. I'm still in the closet, and I'm very, very tired of being in this closet.
Tune in next time, folks, when Matthew is out of the closet.
Oh my gosh, dude. I have to come out of the closet now when I'm finished. But I
Yeah.
won't because I'm not. But I have to leave. Oh no.
Yeah.
Nathan, am I stuck here forever?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Crap.
If you gotta, maybe you have family or friends who can bring you a pizza and slide it under the door jam.
Maybe. Well,
Some
while
crap.
I'm stuck here in the closet, folks, you can send me messages about how, just to check up and see how I'm doing. Maybe I'll make it
Yeah.
to the next episode. I'm not sure if I'll last that long being in this closet, but you can send us messages. You can let us know what you think about this podcast by sending an email to us through our email, which is absurdargumentsforyou@gmail.com. And that is absurdarguments, the number 4, the letter U, @gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, YouTube, all the good stuff. And I'm going to struggle in here.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard.
Ooh, here.
Nathan, you
Oh,
and
let
your
me do the final word.
Oh, yes, sorry. Nathan, as you sit comfortably in your dining room, do you have any final thoughts?
Join us next time, folks. Will Matthew be able to get out of the closet? Will Nathan propose to a girl on the first date? Find out next time on this episode of Absurd Arguments.
And will the
How's that?
therapist ever get rid of his speech impediment? Only one way to find out, ladies and gentlemen. And we will see y'all in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening to Absurd Arguments. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.